think this show is going to be an absolute shocker.
It is definitely a large canvas, one that I personally have not seen from this continent.
If you love action, if you love romance, if you love drama, if you love a bit of comedy, then you are definitely going to love Blood Psalms. There's action, there's war, there's plotting.
There's lots of sex, there's fighting.
We're being brave and we're being bold. Boring is not in our palette.
It's a great ensemble cast filled with actors who have done really tremendous and terrific and remarkable work over the years.
It's a sweeping epic adventure that doesn't hold back. Okay, I'll just go up and say, person who loves Game of Thrones, okay, you're gonna love this show. He's my road.
Indumiso zegazi ziphawula ukubhanga kwentsuku.
Blood Psalms is an action-adventure series that invites us into a world that no longer exists, a time that no longer exists, before the Great Flood changed the world. We look at this world through the eyes of a young princess by the name of Zazie, as she goes on her own quest to find a sense of self in a rapidly evaporating world.
I think Blood Psalms is a yearning more than anything else. It's an echo across time. It's a look at a history that has never been depicted before.
I was just always curious, extremely curious about our continent. The question mark around the history of Africa and where we come from has been a great platform and landscape for me to be able to build this world, along, of course, with my other creative partners.
We have 4 main tribes in this part of the world: the Kua tribe, the Uchawi tribe, the Akachi tribe, and the Klini tribe. The Akachi live in the splendor that is the citadel that we're currently in.
They probably give us the most garish form of culture that we can see and opulence in terms of this world. Klini are kind of the flotsam and jetsam of these tribes. They're the poor and impoverished, but they've all been kind of pushed underground. And in so being underground dwellers, they seem to have acquired certain, call them powers, that help them shapeshift into things like wear hyenas. So there's a lot of interesting intrigue that happens around them.
The Uchawis, they're a druidic female-ruled order. So they're basically witches, and we shot most of their scenes in Guadana, which is a place in the Eastern Cape which is supposedly the birthplace of witchcraft.
They're really more the scientists in terms of their traditions and their knowledge.
The last tribe is the Kua, which are closely linked to the Nguni tribe. I guess they would be their forefathers.
They are more the fighters and the nomads. They travel and wander the land.
And then the last little aspect is the Great Nziwe Mabwens. We have painted Great Nziwe Mabwe to be kind of like the America of the time. In this season, we see a delegation run by a senator who come to attend the wedding.
All of these tribes claim to have direct lineage to the great house of Kemet and Kush, which is what we now know as Northern Sudan. There are remnants even today that you can see that there was a great civilization and a great culture that comes from that space. And these tribes moved southward, running away from calamity that was happening in Kush and Kemet. Coming down here as decimated tribes, the premise of our story is that they are all fighting in terms of identity, of saying that we are descendants of that thousands of years later. Okay, cool. Cut. Thank you. All right, let's move on to the next one. The tribe of focus in season 1 is House Akachi. House Akachi is run by King Lecha. He's this very eccentric king who has a daughter, Princess Zazie of House Akachi. She is our main protagonist that we go through the season through.
Ke bona mollo